So I'm going to talk you through how to make the ice pop project. So what the first thing you're going to need to do is you need to empty out all your kit. You should have all the primary paint, so red, yellow, blue, and then some white and some brown and black. And what we are going to do is we are going to paint our board and then we'll paint our popsicle sticks. So I'm going to move these sticks out of the way. And we are going to start painting our board. To paint our board, you're going to need your paints, obviously your brushes, a paper towel, and a glass of water nearby, just in case when we want to wash our brush. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am just going to paint my board white. I'm going to go left to right and paint it white. So this is acrylic paint. It will stain. Why am I shaking? It will stain, so you just have to be a little bit careful. Protect your clothes and protect whatever you're painting on. So just go left to right, nice long strokes. If you have any chunks of paint, make sure you spread them out. As you're painting too, I also want you to paint your edges. So if I have like some, I kind of want it to be streaky. You see how there's like bigger streaks of white, not streaks of paint, but like just, you're gonna see some of that wood below. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little blue on the top and the bottom just to give it something special. So I'm gonna, while my paint is still wet, I'm gonna not even clean my brush. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of blue on my brush and I'm just going to brush it in to the bottom. I'm going to brush it into the bottom and then I'm going to put some on the top too. Once I have some on the top and the bottom, I'm going to wash my brush. And with a clean brush and a little white on your brush, I'm just going to blend. So we have a little fun little blue on the bottom and the top. If you want to put blue streaks throughout, that's fine. I'm putting blue streaks throughout. So it's just darker at the top and the bottom. So that's going to just adds a little fun color. So I'm going to push this aside, let it dry for a little bit. I'm going to wash my brush and start laying out my popsicles. The first thing we're going to do for our popsicles is you're going to take some brown and you're going to paint the sticks of the popsicle. Now we could get as creative as we want on these popsicles. Get a little funky with them. Because you have all the primary paint, so you could mix whatever colors that you want. So I'm going to do a watermelon. I'm going to do like a chocolate dip one, maybe like a red, white, and blue one, and then maybe just a sprinkle one. So my next step is I'm going to make a bunch of colors. So actually I'm going to start painting. I'm going to make a light yellow. So I'm going to mix some yellow and some white to make a light yellow. And I'm just going to pick one of them and make them, this is going to be my chocolate dipped one. So I'm going to make this a light yellow. And these will probably need 2 coats of their base coat. You only need 1 coat on the sticks and probably 2 coats on the actual pops. So that's my 1 coat. What else should I make? I want to make one pinky. So I mix some red and some white to get like a little pink. I'm using a little pink right here. So mix a little red and a little white to make some pink. And I'm going to make, ooh, that's really light pink. You could, if you have a different acrylic paints, these are just acrylic paints. So if you have different ones at home, feel free to use them to get fun colors. But you could easily make pink using just red and white. So I have my pink one. Let me do a little orangey one. Actually, I'll do a dark blue one. Do a dark blue one, and then I'm going to do like a mint green for mint chip. So I have my blue one. And if you get a little, you see if you get a little over your line, that's okay, because you could just go back when everything dries with a little brown. Next, I'm gonna make some green, which is a little yellow and a little blue. And since I want to make it mint, I'm actually going to add white to it. So I had green already made from a previous video. So I'm just going to add, I'm going to add a little more white. So there, I have my first coat, so I'm going to let these dry. I'm going to come back and add another coat. All right, so I let these dry a little, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding some detail to them next. So first, I'm going to start with my pink one. I'm going to make this into watermelon. So what I'm going to do is with my brush, I'm going to take some white, and I'm just going to paint a white stripe towards the bottom. After I draw that white stripe, wash my brush. And you guys could get creative. You could do whatever you'd like. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some green, and I made a green stripe right underneath. All right, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this yellow one into like a chocolate dipped one. So I'm going to take my black. I'm going to add just mounds of chocolate on top. Okay. Beautiful. Next, what I'm going to do, I want to make this green one some mint chip. So I'm actually just going to take, I'm going to make like little sprinkles of mint. So I'm just going to take some and make like black sprinkles going in different directions. And you can make it like all the flavor, you can make each pop like a different flavor of your favorite ice cream. Mint chip is one of my favorites, so I'm going to put that aside. Next what I'm going to do is this green, this blue one. I'm going to make like a red, white, and blue. I'm going to add, using the back of my paintbrush, I'm just going to add polka dots of red, white, and blue. So I dip and dot. Dip and dot, dip and dot. And using the back of the brush gives you a nice little circle. It just takes a little while for it to dry. And then once I have my white ones, I'm going to get some red. And I'm going to dip and dot on my red. My red paint has turned pink, so I just need to add some. So dip and dot. Dip and dot. Dip and dot. So there's some white and red sprinkles / polka dots. So the next thing I have to do is I have to wash my brush out. I have to add my seeds to my watermelon. I'm also going to use the back of my brush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dot it and then just drag it a little. So you almost get like some seed looking things going. So I'm dotting and then just dragging a little. Oops. And I'm also going to add some yellow stripes. Try and get a close up there. Some yellow stripes in my green. Because the skin of like the outside of the watermelon is usually 2 different color greens. Then I have my watermelon, and what I am going to do for this one is I'm just going to add some colors, some colored sprinkles. My brush is a little too wet. That's all right. Can't even see those, but I added some. I'm gonna let that dry a little and then I'm gonna put sprinkles on it. But I have some other, I also made like a little strawberry one. You could make one of the red, white, and blue pops. This is just another dipped pop. You could do any kind of combinations you want. I'm gonna let this dry and then put some sprinkles on it. And then when these are all dry, we're gonna come back and glue them on our board.